30 minutes after 6 o'clock. It's that time to say good morning to you, Grenada, Carrier, Cupidi, Martinique, the rest of the Eastern Caribbean, the rest of the world. It's Monday, the 17th day of April in the year 2023. And that is for certain. He never fails, never has, never will. Oh yeah, good morning, those of you who are joining us for the first time. Well, welcome one, welcome all. This is Good Morning Grenada for today, the 17th. It's Monday. And right away, Mary Ebank says good morning. Bonnie Melton says blessed morning to all. Those are the comments on Facebook, on our Facebook platform so far. So how have you been? How was the weekend? I hope we all had a great weekend. Mine, of course, restful as usual. You know, time for introspection, trying to get well and better. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, those are the things that are... Joan Penny, good morning, Joan. All right, I'm seeing so many new viewers, man. That's a good sign. Yeah, the message is getting out. Something good is happening on the network. So, hi. I hope, like I said, I hope you had a great weekend. It was a very eventful weekend. I was so much intending to go to the Rivasali Saraka. Unfortunately, you know, mommy didn't let me go. Good morning, Doc. How you doing? Nice. And yeah, Reggae Fest, Digicel Summer Reggae Fest, Saturday night. Woo. Man, it was a great event from all indications, yeah? Quite a number of accidents as well. But thank God, so far I haven't heard of any fatalities as yet. So that's a good thing. Yeah, number of accidents. I saw a few of them on Facebook. Somebody wanted to go inside somebody's house without walking. They intended on driving straight in. Good morning. Well, let's get into the meat of the matter. You know, at this time, what we do, we give you the word of the day, the thought of the day, and we tell you what's buzzing. And know what all you want to talk about this morning, and I'm not going to entertain that. Yeah. All right, so let's hear the word of the day today. It's a nice word. It's a really, really nice word. It is a verb, meaning it's an action word. It's a doing word. All right. So good morning to all the students and the teachers of the nation. It's back to school today. Students and parents, ensure that you give the children some early morning chores before they go off to school. Not just wake up and shower and take breakfast and head off. Give them some sort of responsibility. Let them learn to make up their bed, clean up their room, wash some dishes. My days, I had to tie out the goat, I had to tie out the sheep, I had to go and look for what we used to call dirty water to come and feed the pig and still sweep the yard. And you understand what I'm saying? Nice. But nowadays, the children, like everybody's sick, all they're interested in is a tablet. Give them some responsibility in the morning. And during last week, I urged you to ensure that the children, Easter is over, let them touch their books. Hope you did, so that they're not strangers this morning to their classwork. Good morning to the bus drivers and conductors. The students are back out. It's going to be busy. It's going to be hectic, but please drive with due care and attention. Yeah? Nice. Good morning to the police officers of the nation. The entire rank and file. Good morning. So let's get to the word of the day. The word of the day today is pacify. 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 It is a verb, as I stated, and the verb pacify has several related definitions. Among the most common are to soothe the anger or agitation of, and to appease. All right. So to soothe the anger or agitation of, as in pacify a crying child, and also to appease or to trying to pacify the enemy, trying to make things calm, let's get to an amicable solution and calm things down, take a breather, count to 10, all these things, so, to release the anger and so forth in a positive way. All right. So these are some of the definitions of pacify, really, to calm things, get things smooth and so forth. Here's how we can use the word. Whenever there's a thunderstorm, I find that letting my dog sleep at the foot of the bed helps to pacify her. Yeah, helps to calm her down. Whenever there's a thunderstorm, I find that letting my dog sleep at the foot of the bed helps to pacify her. So that's how we can use the word. And let's now head to the thought of the day. It's a nice one. Yes, success is not final. Failure is not fatal. What matters most, it is the courage to continue that counts. Yeah, it's the courage to continue. That's what counts. Not, it's not that when you fall, you stay right there. That's not how we roll, you know what I'm saying? No, that's not how we roll at all. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. What matters most, or what counts the most, is the courage to move on or to continue. That's what counts. 23 minutes on to 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock, workers. I hope that you're close to the job already. And folks, again, I'm extending the invitation to you to join the network tonight for Beyond the Headlines. Tonight, joining the discussion will be the Minister for Sports, the Honorable Ron Redhead, also the Vice President of the Grenada Olympics Committee, Ralph Lord, former sports journalist Michael Bascom and Jeremy Peters, and representatives of the Grenada Motor Club, right? Join us from 8:30, just thereabout, 8:30 this evening, and be a part of the discussion, all right? So what they will be looking at is ways to turn your passion into a career. All right. So join the network just at 8:30 as we look at that. All right. The Ministry of Education, Youth, Sports and Culture announced the appointment of Mr. Livingston Nelson as the Chief Executive Officer of the Grenada Cultural Foundation. If I'm not mistaken, it's not a post that is new to him. I think he held that position before. Mr. Nelson is a well-known cultural practitioner. He comes to the foundation with decades of experience as a cultural researcher and community leader. As the leader of the Tivoli Drummers, Mr. Nelson has been the organizer of workshops and festivals aimed at creating awareness and pride in our Grenadian identity. He also previously served as CEO of the foundation during the period 2008 to 2013. Apart from assuming responsibilities for the day-to-day running of the foundation, Mr. Nelson will be expected to develop and recommend strategic plans to the board consistent with the vision and mission of the foundation as outlined in Act number 23 of 1998, otherwise known as the Grenada Cultural Foundation Act 1998. All right. The Ministry of Education, Youth, Sports and Culture joins the board of the Grenada Cultural Foundation in warmly welcoming Mr. Nelson as they look forward to working with the foundation in fulfilling the charge given by the Prime Minister to make culture and the creative arts a pillar in the government's transformation agenda. Sounds good. Yeah. And he growing here real long, you know. Mr. Nelson, good morning to you. Hope all is well, all right? Nice. It's 20 minutes on to 7 o'clock. Okay? And Grenada shines again. Congratulations. As Team Grenada went on to win the Windward Islands T20 tournament. Well done, ladies. That's the ladies aspect of the competition, right? Yep, they won that tournament. The ladies T20 Windward tournament. Congratulations. And the story that I know you all would want to jump up and get on in, and I'm so not having it this morning. Is there trouble in the camp of the new National Party? That's the big question being asked, as several allegations stem from an address by the Member of Parliament for St. Andrew North West, Delma Thomas, on Thursday night. Okay. Nice. So those are the stories that are buzzing this morning, and we do not have any active guests per se this morning, so we have enough time to entertain a number of the conversations that are buzzing. All right? So good. We look forward to that. So, we have the AM edition of News, Sports, and the Weather coming up here on Classic. And for those of you on the television platform, we've got a rebroadcast of Friday evening's television news. So let me see what's happening on the Facebook page. All right, Bonnie Melton says, I am watching from the U.S., Illinois to be precise. Pacify, peacemaking, yes. Veronica Sandy, good morning. Gordon, Innocent Joseph, blessings to you and everyone. Thank you very much. Marilyn Gordon, good morning. Gordon, bless Monday, everyone. Thank you. All right. Wow. Bonnie is really taking part of the conversation this morning. Congratulations on the tournament. Congratulations. So, folks, this is where we've got to wrap it up. Don't forget, we also had Pan Expressions. I'm looking forward to some information as to who won that competition last night. All right. So, the Pan, Mr. Lord, I'm getting aged, not old, aged. Mr. Derek James, all right, send me some information as to the results of the Pan Expressions last night, all right? Good, so we've got to break it off here. We've got to head to the AM edition of News, Sports, and the Weather. Stick and stay with us. We'll come back after 7 with the conversation. Don't you go anywhere. Before I go, I want to say good morning to the folks that, visited last night. Mr. Albert and his wife and his sister-in-law and the husband and the children. Thanks for visiting, man. Thanks for visiting. Have a great morning. This is where we bring it off. We've got to go and get prepared for the AM edition of News, Sports, and the Weather.
For when you need someone to help you to your feet, I'll be that beacon to your highest peak. Oh, I'll be right next to you. No, I will never leave. Come on, take my hands. We got everything we need. 'Cause you can look to me whenever you're in need. Just call on me and I'll be on my way. I'll be by your side, never to divide. To light that shines our way. Wherever you road leads, we'll be right there with you. Wherever you road leads, we'll make your dreams come true. Next time, next time, next time, right next to you.
Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
Thanks for joining us. Top story this evening. Is there trouble in the camp of the new National Party? The question being asked as several allegations stem from an address by the Member of Parliament for St. Andrew Northwest, Delma Thomas, on Thursday night. Beverly Telesford reports.
After the last election, there seemed to be some issues, some personality issues.
Member of Parliament for St. Andrew Northeast, Delma Thomas, as she relayed that working with the National Democratic Congress, Senator Gloria Thomas, is not the issue behind the tension between her and the opposition New National Party, which she has been a part of for the last 13 years. Thomas sought to clear the air on her present standing as a member of the party. She explained that what was once, in her opinion, a very good relationship between herself and the leader of the NNP, Dr. Keith Mitchell, has now gone sour. The MP believes the issues stemmed from conversations about a transfer of the leadership of the party to the MP for the town of St. George, Peter David.
Dr. Mitchell would have said that it is last and he's giving up. And so the Honorable Peter David would have signaled of 2021, the people said that they not voting because you've been there too long. When I look at his face, I realized he was not happy with that particular statement, so I stopped. So I said to him, Tom, I will not lie for you. I did say that Peter David will be a good transitional leader. When I told him that, he lose all his cool because he did not want Peter to emerge as the political leader.
MP Thomas referenced two other party members who she alleged were victims of unjust actions.
Sister Kendra Matthew, I know many of you heard the news say she resigned or she didn't accept the position. That is a lie from the pit of hell. She was given a senator position, she accepted it, she had to go and sign the next day, she received a call that the people in Carriacou doesn't want her. And so they crafted a statement for her. And she agreed because she said, well, if they don't want me, there's no reason why I should be there. However, 1 month later, after all that, she learned that she said, and she said she actually said it in truth, she said that Dr. Mitchell should not take up the leader of the opposition position. He should have given it to Peter because people voted against it. So when he heard that, he removed her as senator. So Kendra's story is my story. Pamela Moses' story is my story. I didn't get permission from Kendra to call her name, but I said to her that I will call your name. If I'm lying on you as a lawyer, then seek redress in the court.
Thomas said after the June 23 elections in 2022, their salaries were cut by more than half, and for some time they had been receiving assistance from the party until she stopped trying to get that assistance. She said Parliament then recommended an increase in the salaries for opposition MPs, which all members, apart from the political leader, Dr. Keith Mitchell, chose to accept. She then had to make a decision about how she could financially support her family.
When he said to me, he said, this is a moral issue. I said, what's the moral issue? An increase that is recommended by the Parliament? I said, well, if that is the case, my first obligation, and I make no bones about that, my first obligation as an adult, a wife, a mother, is to myself and my family. And if I can't take care of myself and my family, you think I will take care of constituency? So I said to him, I write that down to him, I said, so I think that's what they're using to say, well, it's about money and all that. But I say, I'm not afraid to stop about that because the truth is, you can't survive without money. And so if in Parliament offer increase, there's no reason. Even though he don't need it, it doesn't mean that we as the other members doesn't need it.
GBN reached out to Mrs. Kendra Maturin Stewart for comment on Thomas's allegations. However, calls to her phone went unanswered. Reporting for GBN News, Beverly Tellisford.
Meanwhile, leader of the opposition, Dr. Keith Mitchell, during an interview with select members of the media, responded to a question posed on the position of Delma Thomas with the New National Party on whether there's a rift and if there's any chance of reconciliation.
But I'm confident there's no rift within the New National Party. There's no rift. There are narratives being developed for a particular reason. People have their selfish motives. And I'm not talking about an individual. There are people on the outside also who are pushing that narrative. In 2008, when we lost, the members were saying all kinds of stuff. Party regrouped, reorganized. We're back in government with all seats. So the loss of an election could be a very psychologically difficult things for some people. And how some people handle it might be because maybe the lack of the expectation that is not what expected could cause that sort of behavior problems we've seen in some cases. But to put that as a fight or rift, the party does not have a rift. We're clear.
Well, the three-time Member of Parliament for the St. Andrew Northwest constituency says she shall not resign as the sitting MP for the main opposition New National Party. Nisha Peters, Nisha Paul reports.
Honorable Delma Thomas says she will not be resigning from the post, which she has held for 3 consecutive terms. The former Social Development Minister has been the subject of widespread scrutiny, mostly by NNP members, over her decision to cooperate with members of the ruling National Democratic Congress government of Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell.
Because you see, they're looking for any means to discredit me. Anything that would make me look bad in the eyes of the public, they will do that. So he called for my resignation and he asked me to resign. But Andrew Donald did not vote for me. The people of the constituencies of the National Congress voted for me. They are the ones who called for my resignation, not Andrew Donald. Andrew Donald was set up to come after me. And so he came very viciously. Remember, those of you who listen to Andre's program, he used to call me sister. He used to say I'm the best minister. We were good friends, he had my number. So if he really had an issue and he wanted to find out what happened, why not call me? He never called me. But he went on the radio and started to malign my name.
A concern raised recently was Mrs. Thomas's absence from the last sitting of the lower house of Parliament. She finally broke her silence during a meeting with her constituents on Thursday.
Kate Lewis and Peter David were the only 2 persons I told I could not make it in the Parliament in the morning. Because I was calling, I texted the speaker, I sent him an email, I called him, and then I called Kate because she part of the team, and I said to her that somebody's coming to buy my van, and so I would not be able to come in Parliament. She said, well, no biggie, because she anything that will go through all the stages, she will tell them. So I spoke to her. Peter called for my son about a puppy he has to buy, and I said, I'm not making this one, I prepare all my, I make all the preparation, but I can't make it.
The session was captured by Pineapple Marketing and Communications. Thomas is one of 6 re-elected MPs under the Keith Mitchell-led New National Party regime, which suffered a 9-6 defeat at the June 2022 election poll after 2 consecutive clean sweep victories in the 2013 and 2018 general elections. For GBN News, I'm Nisha Paul.
Other news, regularization of public workers is set to begin in June of this year. President of the Public Workers Union, Brian Grimes, is keen on this development. He's asking that the union be allowed to play a role in the process. Cherry and Blackman Stephen tells us more.
After clamoring for regularization within the public service for years, President of the Public Workers Union, Brian Grimes, today confirmed this process will begin in June.
I'm happy to report that the union had a meeting with officials from the Department of Public Administration on the 4th of April. And we gleaned a few things. And one of the things that we gleaned is that the regularization process will start in earnest in June of this year. That bodes well for public officers.
Grimes, who was a guest on GBN's To The Point program today, said the union has asked government to be part of the process from start to finish. He said the criteria being looked at are performance, qualification, and experience. He outlined how this process will roll out.
For example, in the first group, we are talking about people who are acting, permanent people who are acting in positions for a long time, or PSC people, I should say, not permanent. You're looking at temporary people who are under PSC but are temporary, people on assignment, people on probationary periods, PSC contracts. So that would be the first core group they will be looking at. The second core group, based on what the officials at DPA stated, would be unestablished workers, people on contract of service, daily paid workers, and people who have PS letters or ministry letters. And then the third group they will be looking at is contract for service.
The PWU leader says he hopes the same attention will soon be given to those working within the health sector. He is hopeful the crises of healthcare workers leaving the service for opportunities outside of Grenada will be abated.
Apart from wages, in fact, the number one factor is job security. They are temporary, and it's very, very disrespectful to some of these public officers that they have been temporary for so long. Therefore, it's sort of a reflection that the employer, the employer does not value their service.
Government last year announced an honorarium of 500 EC per month, or $6,000 for 12 months for nurses. It is unclear at this time if it has been a deterrent to them leaving. Prime Minister Mitchell told Grenadians during a town hall meeting in November of last year that to have full regularization of the public service, the issue of pension reform is necessary.
Won't address pension reform. You may get pension on paper, but when you retire, you will not have a funded pension. And the reality, therefore, is that pension reform must happen for your sake. We are giving ourselves 12 months to address this issue in a frontal manner.
Attorney General and Legal Affairs Minister Claudette Joseph had warned that contract work and pension reform must go together, or it will bloat the public service, cause irreparable damage to the economy, and threaten future pension payments. Cherry and Blackman Stephen, GBN News.
Meanwhile, the president of the Public Workers Union said the union and government are closer to signing salary increase agreements. He said a meeting was held on Thursday, April 13, with the government negotiating team. Government's offer for the 3-year period is 4% for 2023, 4% for 2024, and 5% for 2025.
We have moved 4.5 percentage points in order for us to, negotiate in good faith, try to get to a place, right, where there can be a win-win situation, mutually beneficial, right? And like I stated, and also the head of the government negotiating team also stated yesterday that we are closer to coming to agreement, and that is a very, very good sign for signing soon. Now,
all right, Grimes said that the PWU submissions were made in September 2022 and negotiations started on December 14 of the same year.
It has been, if I must say, very cordial. It is refreshing in terms of, the discussions are frank. The discussions are open because it's wage negotiations, but there has been no disrespect or no discord throughout this process, which we are happy for, which is in some respects a break from the past. Now, I'm not going to delve too deep in terms of the figures, but I stated what the government has placed on the table. What should be noted is that the
Government and the Grenada Union of Teachers signed collective agreements last month for a 13% salary increase and fringe benefits for teachers for the years 2023 to 2025. Network News, welcome back. Earlier this week, we highlighted the accomplishment of track athlete Kelsey Morel-Ross. This evening, she shares her success story and future plans with the Grenada Broadcasting Network, which include more than sports. Christina John has this report.
People coming up, the young youth, even if you're not into athletics right now, I would say to you that you never know what you're capable of until you go out there and you try something. You might be looking at yourself that you're not ready, you're not prepared for a sport, or you might look at yourself as, oh, there's people better than me. But one thing my mom and people around me has always told me is to never give up and to never look at somebody. Don't judge a book by its cover.
The trend of thought that motivates Kelsey Morel-Ross, which she hopes will also inspire others. Earlier this month, Morel-Ross was named the Central Region Women's Field Athlete of the Year and National Athlete of the Year in the U.S.
U.S. Kelsey is currently on a 2-year scholarship in the United States at the Barton Community College. Named the female track athlete of the Region 6 meet, scoring 16 points in 2 events, Kelsey left an indelible mark on the record books. She shared her story with GBN's news desk in an exclusive interview via Zoom on Thursday.
Well, starting off the season, was a bit rough, but then during the season at regionals, I hit the 16-meter mark, and I knew I could have hit it long beforehand because my coaches and my coach back in Grenada, they always tell me, you know what you're capable of. You just have to go out there and do it. And in the nationals, I threw 1630, which was a really big distance for me. And I'm aware that Grenada doesn't have weights, but I took part in the weight throw and I threw 1830, which is a record breaker for my school, which is another thing that I'm so grateful for.
Morella Ross is a former student of the J.W. Fletcher Catholic Secondary School and hails from the community of Happy Hill, St. George. This young star has not stopped at just athletics. She told GBN come next month, she will be graduating with an associate degree in science and aspires to go even further.
I am going to Georgia State University, Georgia Tech, and there I'm getting a full scholarship also to complete my studies in exercise science to become a chiropractor.
Here's a page for young athletes.
It's not only about image, but it's about skill. And once you have that skill and you practice, you can reach anywhere in life. All you need is your education. You need your education. You need to be focused. You need to have respect, and you need to be graceful. And then you would reach as far as the stars and exceed.
She attributes her success thus far to a long list of individuals, which include her parents, coach, and mentors.
I feel very honored and grateful that, I was one of the few people that got the opportunity to come out here and exceed and to keep my parents' heads up. It's a big opportunity. It's a big weight on your shoulder, but you need to know what you have to do in order to make it in life, and certain things you need to stay on a straight and narrow path. You need to listen to the people that have gone before you and to help the people that are going to come after you in order for them and in order for you to improve.
Christina John, GBN News.
Congrats, Kelsey. We wish you continued success. Over the next 2 days, more than 500 Rotarians and delegates from the region and special representatives from Rotary International will gather at Radisson Grenada Beach Resort for the 2023 Rotary District 730 Conference. We get the rest of the details in this report.
This year's conference is being held under the theme Imagine, Reach, Achieve. Together, we can make the world a better place. After a 3-year hiatus, the conference is being held in the traditional full-blown in-person format. Prime Minister Honorable Deacon Mitchell, in his brief remarks, extended a warm welcome to the Rotarians and delegates from the region and underscored the acts of volunteerism as critical to the development of our societies.
We are working to revive the spirit of volunteerism in our communities through initiatives like the recently launched Nation Builders, which encourage citizens to get involved and actively participate in the transformation of our island. The Water, Access and Sanitation in Homes, or WASH project, which is also a flagship program for the Rotary Club that seeks to provide access to running water in all homes, is another example of such a program. Such initiatives are critical to building a solid foundation for the vision we have for Grenada as an empowered, equitable, and prosperous civilization.
Leslie Ramdeni, District Governor, says that the conference is promised to be informative.
Your conference committee has put together a packed program, all towards ensuring that we imagine, we reach, and we achieve. You can look forward to inspirational addresses from the speakers over the next 2 days. Information shared will give you the opportunity to retool so that you as leaders, when you get back to your home clubs, you return inspired and motivated to engage your members to take action in the communities to the next level.
District 7030 is one of the 520 districts worldwide and consists of 17 countries and the territories from St. Kitts and Nevis in the north to Suriname in the south with 2,200 members. Rotary International is the oldest and largest service club in the world, founded in Chicago in 1905 by Paul Harris. Nisha Peters, GBN News.
Carriacou and its unique traditions. Rena Mill gives us an insight into Saraka preparations on the Sister Isle.
Savvy Lazarus, Laurie Adams, Fortune Adams, and the main man himself is JBA, which is James Bondley Adams. So we're here today to start the same process again, and we are saying to you, guide us and make us stronger for next year. Of course. So the Lord be with all of us.
So happening now is the Dumfries and surrounding villages tomorrow. As you can see behind me, they're really busy preparing the meal. I think the pork is already done, the peas is already done, the rice is about to be rolled, the cuckoo is being stirred. So people, come on over to 6 Road Cross at 3, 4 o'clock or maybe before, because a lot of food don't come down already. So come before, get your food, and then later on would be the cultural entertainment. Of course, at 8 p.m. the drum must be today. We're in 6 Roads, so there will be string band entertainment. Come and socialize.
Mills said they are setting the pace for Carriacou Maroon and String Band Music Festival just 2 weeks away.
Come quickly, Lord. Open them. Open them. Bust them and show. Give me here. Yeah. Go and get the next one, Nilon. One time. You tell him 2, tell him 3, I bring 3 in. Yes, sir, spread out, spread out. Spread out, open your bam bam. Open your food. Yeah, you will get it. Let me tell you, it's spread, baby. But you're handling China. Yeah. Okay, leave that them. Yeah, my next bucket and that.
So happening now is the Dumfries Maroon. Started 6 a.m. this morning with the libation, and it continues throughout the day. About 4 o'clock, we'll be sharing the food of our ancestors, Saraka, and 8 p.m. the drum will be. There may be some string band entertainment before the drums, but happening today, of course, is the 6th Road and surrounding villages Maroon. Yeah, come on over, check it out.
All right, thanks so much, Rena. Well-known cultural practitioner Livingstone Nelson has been appointed Chief Executive Officer of Grenada Cultural Foundation. Here's what we can tell you. He comes to the foundation with decades of experience as a cultural researcher and community leader. As the leader of the Tivoli Drummers, Mr. Nelson has been the organizer of workshops and festivals aimed at creating awareness and pride in Grenadian identity. He previously served as Chief Executive Officer of the Foundation during the period 2008 to 2013. Apart from assuming responsibilities for the day-to-day running of the Foundation, Mr. Nelson will be expected to develop and recommend strategic plans to the board consistent with the vision and mission of the Foundation, as outlined in Act number 23 of 1998, otherwise known as the Grenada Cultural Foundation Act 1998. Having a beautiful neighbor is a blessing, but occasionally a little friendly rivalry shows that size sometimes matters. Time for Eyesore.
A good eye catches all. GBN Eyesore is brought to you by Clear Vision.
Tonight's ISO reporter couldn't see anything while standing behind tonight's GBN ISO submission. She said her bok choys she planted were put to shame after her neighbor gifted her this huge plant. Huge it is indeed. Send us your photo and video submissions via WhatsApp on 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
Kirikou Maroon and String Band Music Festival, Friday, April 28th to Sunday the 30th. 3 days of intense and rich cultural diversity on display. Day 1, Friday, April 28th, Bialo Village, 6 a.m. Opening rituals, wetting of the ground and blowing the shell. 3 p.m. Sharing of the smoked food, Saraka style, into the Flambeau Parade and official opening ceremony. Day 2, Saturday from 11 a.m. Strings in the city. Downtown Hillsborough transforms with the sweetness of live string band music. Then at 7:30 p.m. we all journey to the Botanical Gardens for cultural explosion. And the night ends with a stirring performance from Sabrina Francis and Solid the Band. Sunday, April 30th. Day 3, Sunday's party night. It's all about the bands. From 4 p.m. at Paradise Beach, come see performances from cultural groups and Kirikou's live bands. It's a long weekend, so we're gonna make it an all-nighter. Saturday tickets cost $40. Sunday tickets cost $20. Groups of 10 pays a special price, $50. Kirikou Maroon and String Band Music Festival. Let's celebrate our traditions and culture. They fortify us against adversities.
Angie, don't you know that you should not fly a kite near electrical poles and wires? You should only fly it in open areas. If the kite gets stuck, it can cause power outages throughout the village.
Then I'll just pull it down, Johnny. Simple.
No. You shouldn't do that. You can get shocked. You should call Grenlec at 237 and they will come and help.
Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
Are you or your organization interested in becoming an environmental protection and conservation volunteer? Well, this is your opportunity to serve. The Grenada Sustainable Development Trust Fund invites you and your organization to the launch of its Ecosystems Conservation Volunteer Program on Tuesday, April 18th, 2023 at the Grenada Trade Center Annex from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Keynote speaker, Mr. Van Bern Harry, CEO of the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Conservation Fund. He will share the experience of SVG and how their program has helped to revolutionize efforts there. Come hear more on how you can become involved in this great initiative and pledge your participation by registering to become a volunteer. For more information, call telephone number 459-9402 or 410-1682 or email us at info@gsdtf.org or ceo@gsdtf.org. The Grenada Sustainable Development Trust Fund looks forward to partnering with you.
Records at the Traffic Department shows that a total of 1,447 accidents were reported for the year 2012, which includes 3 road fatalities. 2,946 accidents were reported for the year 2022, which includes 8 road fatalities. This is a significant increase of 104%. This is alarming. When a family tragically loses a loved one, does it matter whether by means of a gun or a motor vehicle? To avoid accidents, drivers and pedestrians alike must exercise extreme caution when using the road.
And so
so it begins. A journey like none other. Every moment has the potential to be unforgettable. Bring home a piece of the tropical green forest with every emerald. Capture the sparkling light of flawless water in a diamond. Make the sunrise and sunsets last forever. With precious colored gemstones, the essence of happiness is in our most precious memories. So, when it all comes to an end, bring home something that will last forever. Colombian Emeralds International. Bring home more than a memory.
All right, welcome back, viewers and listeners. And of course, it's time for the conversation this morning. And I do hope that, everybody's okay. Those of you who have to be on the job for 7 o'clock, I hope that you're already there and that everything is going fine. Quickly, let's see what's happening on our Facebook platform. Marilyn Gordon, good morning, Gordon. Blessed Monday, everyone. Delia Abraham, good morning. Good morning. Veronica Sandy says, congratulations to Kelsey. Mildred Smith says, good morning, Mr. Innocent. Hope you had a restful weekend. Stay blessed. Stay focused. All right, I will do my best where that is concerned. Yulian Alexander says, good morning, Gordon. Good morning, Grenada, Caracopidi Matney. Blessings to all on this new week. Have a marvelous Monday. Stay safe, everyone, all the way from New York. Ernesto Jose, good morning, guilty innocent. Okay. All right. Mr. Noel, good morning to you. My good friend, Mr. Noel. I haven't seen you in a while. Everything is good? Okay, it's 16 minutes after 7 o'clock, and let's get into the conversation. Again, remember the word for the day today is the word pacify. And it is a verb, and it has several related definitions. Among the most common are to soothe the anger or agitation of, as in pacify a crying child, and also to appease or trying to pacify the enemy. Now, the thought of the day is success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. And that is so very true. All right, don't forget to join GBN this evening for the Beyond the Headlines program, where we will be talking with the following persons. The Honorable Ron Redhead, the Vice President of the Grenada Olympic Committee, Mr. Ralph Lord, the former sports journalist Michael Bascom, and Jeremy Peters, the representative of the Grenada Motor Club. All right, join us just around 8:30 p.m. All right, and be a part of that conversation tonight. Also, congratulations are in order for Mr. Livingston Nelson. He has been appointed as the Chief Executive Officer of the Cultural Foundation. Congratulations to him. It's not anything new to him. He's been there before. And kudos, man, and keep smiling. All right, what else is buzzing? Our ladies returned victorious in the Windward Islands T20 tournament. Well done, Team Grenada. Grenada to the world. All right. And trouble in the camp. Is there trouble in the camp of the new National Party? That's the question being asked, as several allegations stem from an address by the Member of Parliament for St. Andrew Northwest, Delma Thomas, on Thursday night. So those are the buzzing stories, and call me. I keep trying to remember the name of that lady. Was it Cleo? Yeah, she used to advertise her superstitious beliefs, and call me. Give me a call, 435-2041. Let's hear which one of the topics you want to talk about. And let's head to the telephone line right away. Good morning, caller. Hello, good morning.
Hi, morning. How are you?
I am alive and thankful.
Great, thank God, Father. I want to ask a question. From when the election was held in June last year to now, I observed, this is what I have seen and know, that the official residence of the Prime Minister at Mount Royal is not being occupied by the current Prime Minister. What I've been told from reliable sources, well, he's a public worker, right? In one sense, he works with us, the public, and our tax monies are paying him. That he's renting a property, right? So I want to find out this morning, and the nation should know that, if the official residence at Mount Royal is livable, if it is habitable, if it is in good living condition, then why is he taking our monies and rent a property for over $25,000 a month? I think this is significant in light of the high unemployment and the current economic situation. Because if it is true, and the monies had to come from his pocket, I doubt he would have done that. All right? I think this is a sensitive, serious, non-political question, because I do not want to politicize critical issues. I want to look at it objectively. I really like to get an answer, and I think the nation deserves an explanation. Thanks very much.
Thank you very much, caller. Thank you very much. I do hope that we can get a response to that. I would plead the fifth on this one. You know, I've got to be impartial on these things. 20 minutes after 7 o'clock. Let's go back to the telephone line. Good morning, caller.
Morning, Innocent.
Hi, welcome.
Morning to your listeners and viewers. I want to zoom in on the situation will be with the pronouncement and or revelation of the Honorable Delma Thomas. I think people must remember that her experience is related to a pattern of, maybe I might say, the most significant political figure that have walked the land in the last 30 odd years. And I want to remind people, or we call people's attention to the treatment of the then Honorable Grace Duncan. The treatment she got. Oh, and there are others, but it's a pattern. And what she said, I want people to listen carefully and take it seriously. In spite of all the talk about promotion of women and respect for women, and I know dozens of women that come forward and talk about the terrible treatment they got from this gentleman. Okay. So it's not unusual. It was not forthcoming. I mean, not for me. Not a surprise. And you see, I believe the young lady. Her father was my boss one time, the late Fitzroy Charles. And you know what he told me, and that's why I find it difficult that she takes so long to understand. One time I got a ride from him. I was coming from Port Grove, and we were talking. And in talking national situation. And he said something to me that remained in my head. He said, you see, that time the NNP came into power right after 95. And he said, look at the difference between NNP and NDC in the sense that the leaders are basically equal. They could compete, they could challenge each other. But he said to me, that could never happen in the NNP. Only one man that could prevail in the NNP. And don't forget, Mr. Terry Forrester told us that again. And finally, I will say to you, sometime when the situation was brewing and they talk about the Honorable Peter Davis should replace, my understanding is that he challenged the rest of them, but look, with this stuff going on, and all of them were frightened to even identify with Peter. So that the truth is that Peter has no future once this man is around, and even after he is not there, there's no future for any of them that's around this group called NNP.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, caller. Thank you very much. 24 minutes after 7 o'clock, that is the time, 435-2041. Now, remember, there are other topical issues, all right? Okay, but I know that's where you all would go this morning. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Innocent.
Hi, welcome. How are you?
I trust you'd have had a good weekend.
Well, I try my best.
First, I want to express my condolences to Miss Rubin of Grenville. Her daughter would be laid to rest today. this young lady that was employed at the Co-op Bank. I just want to say to her, be strong. I know it's difficult. It's not easy as a mother to lose your young daughter, but be strong. I know she is a Christian lady, and God understands. These are our language. I know how difficult it could be because I too have one daughter, and I know it would not be easy. But I know that God would give you strength. With regards to the present political situation, what is going on, I do want those of us women and everyone. Not too long ago, we celebrated Mental Health Week and Mental Health Day. And let us bear in mind that any one of us, any member of our family, at any given time, could fall victim to that situation. And so many times we don't know what people are going through that could lead us to that. And it's not something to be, to be bothered about on political platform. I feel the pain of whoever is going through mental problem now. And whether it's true or not, just think about the amount of years that this lady had been called to serve in this particular party. Why now? And I say to her, be strong. As a woman, as a mother, you would have had to make endless sacrifice to leave your family, to leave your young children. Thank God they are grown, and thank God you can stand up for yourself now and be strong. You grow up with a grandmother that worked on the estate. She knew what hard time was about. She taught you. She empowered you. And with this, the grace of God and the good people around you, just draw from their strength and you'd be able to make it. Too many times when we stand up for ourselves, we've been cast aside. And I just say to you and to everyone, be strong and let peace reign. I mean, when we were in love, nobody knew. So let us find a way to deal with the problem with an amicable solution. God bless you, Innocent.
Thank you, and same to you. Day. You too. All right. 27 minutes after 7 o'clock, that is the time. And Annette Ragbasing says, caller, find out who paying the PM rent before you run your mouth. All you can't stop 6 runs. Okay. Marilyn Gordon says, caller, do you know the condition of the residents before you assume the reason the PM is where he is allegedly? And Marilyn Gordon continues, the past administration did more than renting any place. Grenada almost got sold out, allegedly by the past administration. Love Child Kim says, caller, you didn't ask the same question when Keith was not living there. Snake all you want, bite my pea. Good morning, caller.
Morning. How are you doing, Innocent?
I am alive and thankful. How about you?
Not too bad.
Talk to me.
How about burning issue over the past 5, 6, 7 days, you could see. It's not really concerning the political hemisphere in Grenada right now. It's concerning Nawasa. Now, the Grand Montmorency area, some of us have been experiencing dirty water coming through the line. Now, I want you to answer me. Do you think it's fair for you to run your meter, which you have to pay, and the water coming through dirty, you have to run the pipe for well, I shouldn't say hours, minutes, in order for the water to clear. And sometimes you don't even clear when you run it. You have to forget what you have to do. I mean, it's unfair to us, and we have to pay. And before you have a thing with now and them late fee or whatever, and if you don't pay up to a certain, they have a deadline on your bill. If you don't pay, they come in and cut you off. When they cut you off, you have to pay extra money to be reconnected. Is it fair to us?
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? You have the water. There's not the water coming in the pipe dirty.
And did you make any attempt to get draw Nawasa's attention to that?
Nobody answering their phone.
Yeah.
I try getting through with Mr. Greenidge. I try Keisha. I ain't getting nobody.
Okay. All right. Well, tell you what, I know Mr. Husband and his team usually listens to the program. So, Mr. Husband, you're hearing the cry of the people.
Well, I hope Husband's listening.
Well, if Husband is listening, I presume the wife might be listening while she making breakfast. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I do hope your problem gets solved very quickly. All right.
No problem.
Have a great one. Good. 435-2041. That's the number to call to be a part of the action. Yeah, don't you think about, changing the dial, all right? Here is where the action is, yeah? And nowhere else. Tell you what, it's 30 minutes after 7 o'clock. Let's take a commercial break. We'll be back after these messages. Don't you go anywhere.
WeatherGuard Pro. For every project, there's only one Pro.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via superb service. We are Superb Distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love, like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibbin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegro pasta, and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
Welcome to the highly anticipated second season of Caribbean Medical TV, the first and only medical TV series that showcases the Caribbean and the emerging issues on all health and wellness forums in our region. Like Season 1, the voices of our very own citizens, our local and regional doctors, and medical experts forged the basis of the show. This season, we take the first groundbreaking original show even further. This series aims to empower our people with knowledge, from ways of detecting to ways of healing ourselves, protecting citizens with chronic diseases from COVID-19, while showing how they can manage their conditions effectively and safely receive needed health care while preserving what constitutes the very core of our Caribbean culture, its predilection for flavor, spirit, and rhythm. This is truly a holistic wellness agenda for our Caribbean people.
Remember, if you have flu symptoms, do the right thing and stay at home to avoid giving it to others. Remember, you can be infectious up to a week after developing symptoms, so rest up and take it easy.
GBN Television News at 7, a pulse on all things Grenadian. Look out for our new features through expanded synergies with our media partners in Barbados, St. Lucia, Jamaica, Trinidad, and beyond. Capturing the latest in news, sports, weather, and entertainment. Credible, informative. Thank you for making us number one. News at 7, live, Monday to Friday on GBN Television, Channel 7 and 11. K105.5 and 105.9, Hot 98.5 and 98.7, GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel, and www.gbn.gd. GBN, with you anywhere and everywhere. GBN Television News at 7, a pulse on all things Grenadian. Look out for our new features through expanded synergies with our media partners in Barbados, St. Lucia, Jamaica, Trinidad, and beyond. Capturing the latest in news, sports, weather, and entertainment. Credible, informative. Thank you for making us number one. News at 7, live, Monday to Friday on GBN Television, Channel 7 and 11, K105.5 and 105.9, Hot 98.5 and 98.7, GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel, and www.gbn.gd. GBN, with you anywhere and everywhere.
All right, it's 25 minutes on to 8 o'clock, and just want to say good morning once again and condolences to my good friend, Mr. Noel. All right, that's the one that always calls and say, innocent, you think you're innocent. I understand your brother passed away over the weekend, man. Be strong. I know you're a strong gentleman. Be that pillar of strength for the entire family, okay? So good morning to you once again, and my deepest condolences go out to you. All right, before we get back to the telephone line, let's look at some of our WhatsApp users' comments. Good morning, Innocent. All right, I want to know why the past PM wasn't living there also, but was living at his home in Shenda in Happy Hill and then Victoria. Why there wasn't any question asked, as it was our money paying also. Thank you very much. All right. Okay, why that question about the PM resident was not asked during the previous government reign? Please leave my new PM alone in Jesus' name. Amen. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's see. Someone else says, good morning. Has the former Prime Minister ever lived in that residence? He lives at home and taxpayers were paying a rent for him to live in his own house. Some of us are too hypocritious, if that's the word. And that's how the person had it, all right? Hypocritious, Hypocritious, and in bracket, if that's the word. Well, I mean, all words started somewhere, so you can... All right, someone says, Mr. Innocent, if there was a need in Grenada, I would say lazy carelessness is what needs to be highlighted. The rubbish thrown on the ground and into the bush is almost criminal and spoils the beauty of this country. We can't blame the visitors for saying it floats in from afar. It is we who are to blame. Make this a platform for daily reminder, and if the churches want to do good, spend some time organizing Sunday cleanups in neighborhoods. They have the congregations of people. Now enlighten our community as well as our souls and minds. Or orange work parties from the prisons. Just a way to make Grenada better. All right. Okay, some information coming here from the just concluded Pan Expressions. In first place was Nexa New Dimension. Second place, Republic Bank Angel Harps. Third place, Co-op Bank Comancheros. And fourth, Grand Roy Pan Angels. Thank you very much, sir. All right, so again, Nexa New Dimensions first, Republic Bank Angel Harps second, Co-op Bank Comancheros third, and in fourth place, Grand Roy Pan Angels. Let's go back to the telephone line and say good morning.
Hi, good morning, Innocent.
Hi, welcome. How was the weekend?
Well, it was blessed, man. I work a lot.
That's good, that's good.
But, by Grenada money,
Uh-huh.
Innocent, me are no maths. But I show more than $100 million circulate around this weekend,
What make you say that?
$500 ticket, $150. And they don't see people by Grenadian smart, They have a lot of money, but they playing, they don't have.
Okay.
How they gonna stop it now?
I don't know how they gonna stop what.
Innocent, I just want the NNP supporters to listen to Miss Delma Thomas. I listened to her. And she tell us that they had no problem, it was unity, and to me the Wando line. Because he was hearing the supporters calling, how nice and things. So she said they had a good relationship. She didn't have no problem. But after the election, they lost. Everybody wondering what they do, where they go wrong, and this and that. And she tell them, well, look, she campaign manager was telling her, and she called different villages where they go, and they say, Miss Thomas, I have a problem with Miss Thomas, but Kit Michelle, I find it tired, he need a rest. So she was explaining to she call it what happened. What she campaign manager tell. But now they want to, but NNP have a record of killing people without guns and bombs. All of them don't have the woman. You see the win, she wouldn't have said. You see the win, she didn't have a right to say that. But now they're discussing about the loss. So she expressing, she said, but everybody know that man. That man, anytime you don't go his way, he'll go down to the pit to get rid of you. Anytime that man handle you, your political career done. Because he one must be on top. But all you treat the lady nice, she's a good woman.
Okay.
I mean, she the cover, people there in the camp, you want to say certain things you can say and certain things you could say, but she out of the camp now, give her a chance.
Okay. Have a good weekend. Have a good morning.
Bye-bye.
All right, let's. Grenada, island of conflict. And Grenadians like I'll use a colloquial word here. Grenadians like a TV boy. Oh my goodness. It's 19 minutes on to 8 o'clock, 435-2041. Like I said, there are other stories. There are other issues. Why nobody ain't calling and talk about the appointment of Mr. Livingston Nelson as CEO of the Cultural Foundation? And why? Good morning, caller.
Morning, Gordon.
Hi.
There's a saying, a still tongue keeps a wise head. Something like that, eh?
Yes.
A still tongue keeps a wise head. Not everything that we have to open and talk about.
Right. Thank you, caller. All right. Okay, 435-2041. It's 19 minutes on to 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock workers, you've got 4 minutes to be on the job on time. Anything after that, you're late. Consider yourself late. Good morning.
Morning, Joseph, and how are you?
I am alive and thankful. How are you?
I say this morning you were not there because, every morning I wake early and be with you on the air and I'm there before you.
Yes.
This morning, hearing all the lovely songs you cosplay, the gospel singer sing for me this morning.
Okay.
And then not hearing your voice until the end of the morning things when you do when you reach the news, the world news.
Okay.
I wasn't hearing you say, what's happening to Matt Joseph? Where is he this morning?
All right.
This morning on my way to church, Joseph, what is happening? The traffic was so severe. It was so busy. I could have barely walked the street. I could look down, look up, and always on the side because they were so busy coming up and down. So what was happening? Where are these taxis coming from? Grenadians people have lots of cars, and they take Tempe for a little highway. Because mostly all the vehicles coming, Tempe, Maros Hill, Tempe, I had to meet someone and say, what is happening? Where is these taxis coming from? So traffic so busy. They tell me they had something somewhere, so everybody, they get money, so everybody gone out with their car now. A lot of cars in Grenada because everybody have car now. Everybody driving with the cheap car, they have some, they say it's a little bit of money. So a lot of people buying this taxi, and they're up and down the road. So and the driver is so busy that I was unfair.
Okay.
I live in fear walking the street because I had to walk with God with my son and ask him to walk with me. Because if I don't walk on the side of the road, they will knock me. Because I don't have no big pavement in my Tempe. It's a little narrow road we have, and the amount of cars that we see up in Tempe, I wonder where they're coming from. They're coming from St. Paul, Manjulu, they're coming from Tempe. Okay. Tempe have a nice road for them.
All right.
So I want to know where the traffic was from, and I thank to God that they didn't have no incident free. So they didn't have traffic jam and killing people on the roadside.
Okay.
But tell them try to drive a little slower. Don't take the American people style and killing people by the roadside, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Have a blessed
Have a good one. You too, bye-bye. All right, Ernesto Jose, when you heard callers will call this nonsense, is to divert the conversation because they don't want people to talk about the infighting within the NNP and how the opposition leader was exposed by Delma Thomas and more to come. All right, Marilyn Gordon says, not TB, merely they love it. Laugh out loud. The truth shall set you free, even if it costs you friendship. Silence is like a cancer. Cure it before it's spread. All right, Yulin Alexander, Innocent, is a long time I didn't hear this word TV. You make me, well, of course. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Mr. Innocent.
Hi, welcome to the program.
Morning. Politics is a very, very strange thing. Talking about the half-monthly salary payment, I do have my concerns about it, certain aspects of it, in terms of people with small, very small salaries and so. But look who's talking. The same person who 28 years ago is on the record, and they have video showing our now opposition leader proclaiming that he was going to be the savior of the poor man by introducing twice monthly salaries. I mean, he's there. And it's strange, the same reasons he said that the NDC would give for not introducing it is the same reasons he's giving now himself. So he's the same reasons he knew about 28 years ago. He said, they will say too much paperwork, and it's so difficult. But we're in the computer age. 28 years ago, we were in the computer age, and we could do it. And he said, only the NNP could do it. For the NDC, it will be hard. But for us, it will be easy. That's 28 years ago. Now, he's saying the same things. Some of his surrogates and himself was saying, first of one point they were saying, it could be a problem because the VAT is collected on the 20th. Where will they get money on the 15th? And I was one who said, does VAT spoil? The only time they could have a challenge is in the very first fortnight.
Right.
And after that, all the VAT is collected on the 20th will be more than enough to pay on the 30th. So there will be a lot left over to roll over. So the only problem possibly is if for that very first payment. Now, are you there with me still?
Yes, I am. I am with you.
Then, at the end of the month last, there was a rumor, they couldn't pay salaries. Things were so bad. And the salaries were paid on the correct day, But all these rumors, the government doesn't have money. They're scratching. Now the salaries have come at the 2 weeks after, on the fortnight. Now we're hearing all kinds of reasons why it should not be paid. And it is disgusting. When after you promote something for 3 decades, you didn't do it, someone has done it, and you now trying to give the same old reasons why it should not be done. And people are following you with this kind of line of argument. This is very sad. Very, very sad indeed. Have a wonderful day.
You too, my bro. Followers. All right, you too. Have a good one yourself. It's 13 minutes on to 8 o'clock. That is our time, 13 minutes on to 8. And, there's never really and truly never a dull moment in Grenada. That's how we thrive, yeah? 435-2041. Let me see what's happening on our Facebook platform. Okay. All right. Alison Cox Osplund. Maybe they are stuck in old-time maths. I don't know. So says Alison Cox Osplund. Good morning, caller. Hello, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Hi, welcome to the program. How are you?
I am fine, thank you.
Okay, talk to me.
Just having a struggle with the water.
Okay.
I heard the caller a while ago spoke about his problem, and I am experiencing the same identical problem with my water.
And what's your location?
Point Celine.
Ah.
Just around by the SSU camp.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so that seems to be something that's happening. Nawasa, you guys need to look into this because as you are saying that, and I have someone on WhatsApp saying, "Good morning, Mr. Innocent. I would like Nawasa to give us some water, please, up in the coconut in Mount Panasa. Since last week Thursday we got. My resources are very low, so please, Nawasa." All right, so water seems to be an issue. And how long you've been experiencing that problem?
Well, since June last year, it coming off and every day the water going. Since June last year, shortly after the election.
Okay. Well, I know, like I said, I know Nawasa's team usually listen to Classic, and so they're getting the message, and I can assure you that they'll deal with it as soon as they can. All right?
Yes.
Have a good day.
And then when the water comes dirty, so by the time you have to run out, you cannot have them catch any inside, in buckets and so.
Right. Well, what you have to do is close the door, don't let it run out. Have a good day and all the best, all right?
All right, thank you. I hope the authorities are listening because we're really suffering for this water.
They are listening. I know they are. Wendell and the guys and Devon and them would come and check you out, all right?
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Yes.
Good, bye-bye. It's 10 minutes on to 8 o'clock. Congratulations to Livingston. Great choice. He'll make a big difference. I know that. And they say the other issues are not fiery enough. We like TB. Thing they like. All right, tell you what. Let's take our final commercial break in the segment, and then we'll come back with the wrap. Don't you go anywhere.
Vaccines protect you and they protect me. Getting vaccinated is one of the most important things you can do to keep yourself and your family safe and healthy. Once enough people are immunized, opportunities for an outbreak of disease becomes very low. And if we all choose to get vaccinated, we contribute in getting back to spending quality time with our loved ones in a safe way. Choose to get vaccinated. Vaccines bring us closer.
One day I woke up and they painted a set of pedestrian crossing all along the streets. Nobody told us how to use that thing properly.
I know how.
You're serious?
Every safe, good driver knows about these things. As a driver, you have to be very attentive. You know you're coming up close to a pedestrian cross, you start slowing down immediately, looking to see if there's any pedestrian on the side getting ready to cross. If there is, you stop on the line that is a certain distance before the crosswalk. Then you would see the pedestrian put their hands out, looking directly at you, indicating that they are going to cross. And only when you have come to a complete stop, that is when they will quickly and safely cross to the other side. And then you continue happily on your journey.
Stop, look, hand out, eye contact, wait for pedestrian to cross. Then you happily continue on your journey.
This message is brought to you by this group of insurance companies, the Traffic Advisory Body, and the Traffic Department.
Wait to see my granddaughter.
Welcome back to the wrap on the conversation this morning. It's 7 minutes on to 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock workers, I hope you are there. And those of you who are, ending your shift at 8, I know you're, anxiously awaiting that time, or maybe you left already anyways. Good morning, caller.
Good morning.
Hi, well, how are you? I am well. How about you?
Yeah, you're late this morning.
Uh-huh.
I said, I didn't call you, but it's late.
Late?
You're late this morning.
Well,
I didn't know this morning.
In the true sense of the word, I was later than usual, but in the true sense of the word, I wasn't really late. All right?
Okay.
Yes.
Anyway, the people who talked, the lady who talked said about the water. She said that since June, since after the election, that's very suspicious. So you have to wonder what's taking place with the water. After the election, you hear people bathing in water with their dogs, swimming in the water. You hear more in water here. You hear all kind of things. So we wonder what's going on. What Grenadians need to do is to pray. In a sense, we need to pray. God is calling Grenada to repentance, and nobody seems to be paying heed. We need to pray, because yesterday I was here and I wasn't really, I lied on the couch, I wasn't sleeping, and I just saw patch grounds where it cracks. I mean, dry out. You don't have no moisture in the soil because of the dryness. And then trees were just shedding their leaves because it's dry. So we need to pray not to go have a severe drought or something serious going to take place, and we are not prepared. We have to ask God for forgiveness. We have to repent and turn to the Lord. This is a call for Grenada to turn to God. Too much funny things. And the gentleman who talked about the Prime Minister and living in his residency. Where the last one used to live? He used to go there and visit. He didn't live in Lagos, living in Shenda. And afterwards, when he lose the house in the wife, he got in Victoria. So why wasn't he living there? Did they ever question that? And how they know it's 25,000 a month? We know people just open their mouth and say things that their heart broke. But it's not man that put this new government there, it's God. God that do it. So if you have a problem, talk to God. He will answer your prayer.
Okay.
Repent and talk to God.
Right.
Thank you.
Have a good one. 4 minutes on to 8 o'clock. You have a problem, take it to the Lord in prayer. Yeah, easy. All you, according to Oliver Samuels, all you good, All right, once again, congratulations to the female cricketers for winning the just concluded T20 tournament, the females edition. Congratulations to you all. You made us proud as usual. Congratulations to Mr. Livingston Nelson. Yeah, how is Kunta Kinte? Kitaf, good morning. Good morning. Teacher Selma, good morning to you also. Hey, I want to say good morning to the principal and staff of the Paraclete Government School, man. Yeah. Good morning to you all. Teacher Don, good morning. 3 minutes on to 8 o'clock, and we've still had, okay, while with the, wrap-up calls, let me quickly go on the Facebook page. I don't want to leave you all out at all. Arthur Langan, every time that woman always talking about prayer, she's out of her place to tell people, oh gosh, are they making an issue about prayers and all? Aaron Joseph, love this lady, wow. Gordon, you lighten the program. Stay there. Oh, my goodness. Good morning, caller.
Gordon, good morning.
How are you?
Not too bad. I missed your wake-up morning devotion.
Yeah, due to certain circumstances way beyond my control,
Well, yes.
You know, I wouldn't be late.
Yeah. I know it's hard, to be done so early and,
No, it's not hard. I just had an emergency sort of this morning, but it's not hard. I'm usually up by 3 o'clock anyways.
Right. But I want to just say good job. But listen now, Gordon, it seems as though this government is serious. You're dealing with a set of young people who are in the technological era, and we can't take it for granted. These people, they mean what they say, and whatever they say, they're working towards it. In 10 months' time, Gordon, if you look back at all the things that were were fixed, if you want to say so, first of all, you know, and they're moving forward. It's tremendous. It's tremendous. It's like lightning speed.
Okay.
You understand? While some people going way back how much years ago and saying it cannot be done, it cannot be done. And it's being done in months now. I want to give the government and the Ministry of Finance and so on and everybody else kudos.
Right.
Because we have we have the educated people. You know, I admire this move. It's just 6 runs after 6 runs after 6 runs. Now they're going after the next item on the agenda is to deal with the regularization in June.
Okay.
So they're just knocking down things one after the other, things that one party see as a big mountain, and you need a whole set of, you just have to put the right people in place.
Okay.
And that is one of the problems that people have. They don't like when you put right people in place to get the job done. That is how you would have the transformation.
Okay.
Yeah, so I want to just give them kudos this morning, and we got to keep praying, and we would reach places.
That's the idea. That's the idea. That's the idea. Pray for our leaders, right?
Yeah, man, of course.
Pray for me too, eh?
Yeah, of course. You're doing a good job. You're doing a good job already.
I try my best, man.
All right? This is transformation time.
Yes, good.
Yeah? And I mean, if we could do that in 10 months' time,
right,
then you could imagine what could happen in 5 years' time.
Okay. Well, let's wait and see. Time is the healer of all wounds.
Yeah, of course, of course.
Right.
Yeah.
Have a good one.
Good, man.
Blessings, good. All right, folks, we've got to wrap it up here quickly. Leroy Kwame Macmillan says, big up my Munich and SAS family from London. Yeah, good morning. You're from London, right? Mary Ebanks, forward ever, backward never. Catherine Phillip, good morning, Grenada. Good morning, Innocent. Greetings from Tobago. Hannah Penny says, yes, caller, you are so right. Folks, we've got to wrap it up. Those of you who participated one way or the other, thank you for being a part of the program this morning. And if the good Lord spare our lives, we'll do it again tomorrow. Same time, same frequencies, platforms, and channels. Until then, have yourself a safe day. Be safe. Don't forget to pray. Now, Wasa, the people are crying out. See what you can do, okay? Thank you. Bye-bye.